General Atomics will deliver a 300 kilowatt solid-state laser weapon to the US military. This isn't going to be like any laser weapon you know, as it has the power to destroy multiple objects at a go, including flying missiles and drones. This laser weapon is simply referred to as DGHELWS, which stands for Distributed Gain High Energy Laser Weapon System. Although mainly advertised as a protection tool for soldiers out in the field, this weapon can do lots of damage too. There's much about this weapon to unpack in this video. However, before getting into further details, ensure you like this video and subscribe to the Military Technology Updates channel. What's the purpose of a laser weapon? The United States Army made a deal with General Atomics to manufacture a laser device that would give its soldiers an edge in various combat situations. This contract comprises the delivery of a compact and powerful weapon prototype. General Atomics partnered with defense giant Boeing. Boeing's role in the innovation was to help incorporate tracking and targeting tools and software. Such additions would enable the laser to maintain and find focus on a moving target. Without such features on the laser weapon, the device could lose focus on a target before that target is destroyed. With a 300 kilowatt high-energy laser weapon system, the military could successfully engage a wide variety of missile and air defense threats. This included cruise missiles, uncrewed aircraft and rocket artillery, and manned aircraft threats. The issue is that many of the lasers tested, developed, and in service with the US military are centered on the less threatening aspects of modern-day warfare situations. For instance, the American Navy's laser weapon deployed in 2014 to the Persian Gulf possessed a beam power of just 30 kilowatts. How much can that do? It was often used to burn through the wings of little flying drones, the metal exterior of rockets, and the engine casing on small boats. 2 years ago, the Navy used a 150 kilowatt laser weapon on an impressive ship. The power of laser weapon systems. Unlike most other directed energy weapon systems, larger weapons typically come with huge potential and high expectations. On the other hand, they have upfront development costs and require substantial electrical power to become a weapon. Nevertheless, once those two hurdles have been overcome, the opportunities are much greater. A laser potentially offers a very favorable cost per shot ratio with the intense light beams capable of burning through costly targets. With a powerful laser system, loitering munitions, drones, and missiles can be shut down in various ways. However, the cheaper these weapons are, the harder it gets to counter them properly with an equally cheap missile interceptor. You should know that interception is the hardest part of the task because a counter weapon needs to first track the target and then speed up to destroy it. Those two challenges are translated to steering tools and onboard detection, both of which are susceptible to explosion when used. Rocket counter systems, like the Phalanx weapon system that has been used since the 1980s, are effective and inexpensive alternatives to intercepting missiles. How's it done? Well, they combine radar sensors with rapid-fire weapons to produce the desired effect. Now, lasers could do more with less effort than these. Unlike pistols or anti-missile rockets, a laser weapon does not require free space for ammunition storage. Also, that's essential at sea, where space is at a premium. Instead, land-based lasers can work so as long as a flatbed truck is available to transport them. The power of the new laser weapon system. The partnership between Boeing and General Atomic can hardly fail to produce an effective weapon in the US Army's arsenal. Both manufacturers have proven to be experts and very effective at what they do over time. Moreover, this DGHELWS promises the military more utility options. For instance, the power increase in the laser beam changes the type of targets it would do well against. The first laser demonstrations were focused on small targets, incapacitated within a few seconds. With a powerful enough beam, this would be done in nanoseconds. Also, its increased power allows the users to stack lethal force at the required range. This increased power can be used to improve the attack range. In practical terms, some targets, such as crewed fighter jets or cruise missiles, will require an increased laser force to destroy. More energy means you can destroy them at greater ranges for smaller targets, such as artillery rounds or drones. The thing is, laser weapons offer multiple advantages over projectile weapons. The benefits include precise targeting, instant hits, and scalable power depending on mission requirements. As stated earlier, they have a high initial cost, but then they're profitable once established, and the combatants are skilled at handling it. There are certain drawbacks too, including power decay in long distances, massive power requirements, and sensitivity to atmospheric conditions. What strides are other nations making as regards to laser weapon systems? The US Army is not the only country that understands the potential of a potent laser weapon. For instance, China has announced plans to equip its J-20 stealth fighter with laser weapons. This move would significantly improve its air-to-air abilities and possibly even give it defense capabilities against other hypersonic weapons. Wang Minliang, a Chinese military expert, in an interview, revealed that China's J-20 could in the future be equipped with not only lasers, but the ability to command swarms of drones. 2 years ago, the Chinese military announced its desire to have an airborne laser attack pod. This attack pod can be used to shoot down enemy planes as well as incoming ballistic missiles. You should know that China has long had a thing for laser weapons, and this dates back to the 1990s. It started with the ZM-87, which got introduced around 1995. The design of this particular weapon was to inflict permanent eye damage on enemy personnel within a radius of 2 to 4 kilometers. For an adversary staying 9 kilometers away, it would cause temporary blindness. More China-made laser weapons are the ZK-ZM 500 laser assault rifle. This rifle can hit targets up to a kilometer away, ignite flammable targets, and cause instant burn. There's also the LW-30, which is a laser-based air defense system. Russia is another nation working on laser-powered weapons, which began its airborne laser weapons program back in the 1970s. The plan was to use an aircraft-mounted laser as an anti-satellite weapon. The country started performing tests with a modified Bereev A-60 aircraft in 1981. After a very long delay, the project was revived in 2003 with the new name, Sokol Echelon. Afterward, Russia developed the 1LK-222 laser system for the A-60 and began carrying out tests in 2009. Considering the significant strides in the US military was making regarding laser weapons, Russia kicked numerous remodification projects on the A-60 project. In fact, it's still undergoing modernization even now. Back in 2016, a Russian defense minister revealed in an interview that he was working on upgrading the technical and tactical aspects of the A-60. The man also said that both flight and ground tests for the weapon were underway. Indeed, Russia has developed more than one laser-based weapon, as it also produced the SLK-1K11 Stiletto. Some other popular ones are the 1K17 Chastier and Sanguine, all ground-based laser weapons. In addition, Russia has also shipped base laser weapons such as the Aquilion. Part of the use of the device was to blind enemy electro-optical systems. This was so because laser technologies at the time were not powerful enough to blow up targets, although there's no confirmation now that Russia is upgrading any of these laser devices. However, the country could resume development at any time once funding is available. The US military and laser weapons. America has some edge over the other powerhouses when it comes to laser technology. The country fielded the YAL-1A airborne laser and carried out the first test back in 2002. The weapon's mounted on a modified Boeing 747-400F and was built to shoot down tactical ballistic missiles in their powered phase of flight. Despite some progress, the program got cancelled due to design limitations and cost overruns in 2011. The issue was that the WAL-1A laser required lots of power and bulky equipment in order to fire hundreds of kilometers while overcoming the distorting effect of the atmosphere. After some deliberation, the design was deemed unworkable and the whole thing was scrapped in 2014. However, you can expect that the US hasn't given up on innovative ideas. Even now, the US is re-exploring the concept of airborne laser weapons, and the company spearheading is Lockheed Martin. The company is working on its Tactical Airborne Laser System project, which aims to mount a laser weapon on a fighter jet. Although this was scheduled to be done last year, due to technical issues, the project's been pushed back to 2023. This innovation will show that incoming missiles are shot down, be it air-to-air projectiles or surface-to-air projectiles. Lockheed Martin released the concept art, which shows a much smaller system than the WAL-1A. The new device would allow for flexible and more dispersed deployment and lower power requirements. A set of capacitors or batteries charged by the fighter's engine will help power the laser. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Military Technology Updates. Alright soldier, let's get back to the video. Why rush to build a more powerful laser weapon? Many reasons motivate powerful countries to race for the most advanced laser weapon. One of them is the rapid emergence of hypersonic weapons. This is a real reason propelling the US, China, and Russia to begin reviewing their laser weapons programs. However, the hypersonic weapons flying at speeds of Mach 5 and more, thereby obeying the current missile defense systems, it's necessary to find another solution, and a laser might be it. The missile-based systems like the US Patriot PAC-3 or THAAD, Thermal High Altitude Area Defense, quickly became useless against hypersonic threats. Also, the high cost of each interceptor missile means that in the long run, they're potentially unviable. So, what's the solution? Well, optionally manned fighter aircraft-mounted laser weapons could do the job. These seem more attractive than missile-based systems due to their negligible cost per shot and instantaneous impact capability. Also, they avoid the considerable power requirements of ground-based lasers while also providing tactical and operational flexibilities by being mounted on mobile platforms. America is leading the laser weapons race. The partnership between General Atomics and Boeing is set to produce a laser that's the size of a shipping container mounted on a heavy truck. Reports from the companies involved state that the impact, high-power laser weapon will generate greater lethal output. In 2014, America's Navy released the LAWS, its most powerful laser weapon at the time, which had an output of about 30 kilowatts. This was the case in such technologies at the time, as most military lasers ranged from 30 to 100 kilowatt. Generally, the devices were based on multiple industrial fiber lasers. As a result, the overall output was combined into a single beam. However, this new technology uses large slabs of glass connected in series. In the past, such slabs were difficult to use due to their residual heat and problems with beam quality. However, researchers at General Atomics reveal that connecting them in series solves those problems and eliminates the need to combine beams from multiple fiber lasers. In conclusion, the American military plans to test the powerful laser weapons next year when they're ready and strong enough to shoot down hostile jets and missiles. This new program aligns with the Army's intention to develop defensive laser weapons to shoot down large incoming threats. If you enjoyed watching videos like this, then leave a like and ensure to subscribe to the channel Military Technology Updates. That way, you don't miss out on our next videos.